You're good.
Hi, this is PC360 Solutions. We're here at Fossil Ridge High School in Fort Collins, Colorado. This is head volleyball coach Paul Shimmick. This is a couple of volleyball players off the team, and today we're going to talk about arm action and arm pop. Okay? The other night I came out and watched a game, and I watched this young lady come in and hit. I watched her hit some float serves the other night, and watched her for the first time hit a jump float serve, and I saw some mechanics that carried over into her approach and attack hitting. And so the point we're going to talk about today is we're going to look at the mechanics of that and talk about how that carries over into having arm speed, arm pop on the ball, or no arm speed, no arm pop, okay? Hannah, if you would you run over and throw that card to us? I'm going to have you, you're warmed up, right? Just going to have you hit a couple of balls, just like you did the other night, like you were hitting your float right into the net here, okay? And let's just, let's get some shots of her doing that. So same arm action, same thing you normally do. Okay. One more. Okay, that's good. So the thing I want you guys to notice, and you can zoom in here a little bit if you would, okay, is show me your hand and arm position, both hands and arms, when you get ready to go, okay? And so basically, when young girls, when did you start playing volleyball?
11.
When she was 11. So common age, 11, 12 years old, girls start playing volleyball, club volleyball, middle school, doesn't matter where. And this is how they learn. This is part of the normal maturation process or development process for an athlete to either throw or hit overhand. And so she's going to toss with the left hand, and if you're watching her hits, the next thing that happens is this elbow and hand fly way up over here. Now when she was 11, that's real easy. That helps her with eye-hand coordination. That helps her be successful, right? Get the ball on the court, and at that age, to be successful means get the ball on the court, have a chance at scoring a point, maybe winning a match, right? The problem is, developmentally, is she continues to hit like that, and this is how she was hitting the other night in varsity high school volleyball. The problem is it doesn't create a lot of arm speed and arm pop, okay? And there's a good reason why, and I'm going to try to make it real simple here, and if you'll throw me that yellow band over there, that'd be great, okay? So if she goes and does this in her preparation phase, she tosses the ball with her left hand, and the arm comes up here. If I turn her to face the camera, I want to kind of show you what's going on. If I took this yellow band, and I'm going to turn you right towards there, and I said that this is one of the muscles into the shoulder, and it attaches there, and let's just call it down there. That's not exactly correct. But what I want you to understand is this is shoulder flexion, okay? From the side view, it looks like this. Arm's just going up, so that's flexing the shoulder, okay? When it comes down, it's extension. As a young kid, once again, that's pretty good. As a high school or top-level club athlete, the problem is those muscles that stretch going up here, they're elastic and they're long and straight, so what's that going to tend to do? Which way is your arm going? If it's stretching going up, which way is it going coming down? Straight down, okay? So if I'm hitting a float serve, okay, that gives me a lot of control, but it doesn't give me a lot of power. It gives me a lot of success at the young age, but you see the international hitters, the best male or female in the world, when they're hitting a jump serve, a spin serve, or a power serve, okay, they're not using, most of them aren't using this mechanic. What they're basically doing is doing basically what baseball does. When you see a baseball pitcher trying to throw a 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball, you don't see any of them standing here facing and doing this. What do? Their body goes sideways, and the motion of their hand and arm, it's almost like, and you caught it traditionally in volleyball, it's called a draw and tilt. It's like you're drawing the bow back in a bow and arrow. This arm is pulling back, the shoulders are rotating back, and this arm is coming back. You notice this hand and arm doesn't go up over the ear, okay? And when that happens, you completely use a different set of muscles, right? So if you'll do that motion, and we're going to get a little tilt with this because we're going to draw and tilt, right? And we pull that back and we stay there. Now we got muscles that go across the chest, called your pec muscles. And we've got shoulders in front here, and then we've got the rotator cuff that's responsible for this kind of motion, okay? The top international hitters in the world, when they do that other motion, do this motion for me, okay? So turn your shoulders and draw that back. All these muscles are stretching. And so, you know, we talk a lot about hip rotation and shoulder rotation, but even if none of those things happen, there's a lot of arm speed and a lot of pop on the ball that can happen if we'll just get the right muscles loaded, and we can work on the rest of that later, okay? So once again, when you see that happening, when the arm goes back that way, we're taking these muscles and we're stretching them that way. So which way do they want to go when they release? Forward, okay? So let's do that again, and let's add one thing to it. Go slowly, do your draw and tilt, pull your arm back. We're staying underneath here. And then what happens at the end of that is the shoulders open up, the chest opens up, then the rotator cuff gets into play. And we flip up right there, okay? And it's just like a baseball. It's just like a pitcher in baseball throwing. We open the chest, and the final thing that happens is the shoulder opens up and it rotates back here. Then basically all that happens is we step forward, right, and we go up to make contact on the ball, and where we're just releasing, we're creating a whip. And it's really important to get these muscles involved in that activity, okay? You good with that?
Yep.
So throw me those two cuffs, those two black things. And you can bring, that's fine. And you can bring me those two rubber bands if you would. So let's stick these on. So we're going to show you something really quick in a way to give her the feel and what we want her to do every day before practice, to maybe take 10 minutes before each practice and go through a motion of something that she can feel so she can start ingraining a better movement pattern for arm speed and arm pop. Okay? So let's walk you over there. So Ron, I'll have you stand right there, okay? Let's have you face that direction, okay? Just a little bit of tension on there, slow motion, and all I want you to get the feel for is as you go into your draw and tilt, how that pulls your elbow back. Instead of arm and elbow going up, I want you to feel that going back, okay? If that arm wants to go up and rotate, that's what we want, so don't fight it. Let it go where it wants to go. Good, that's what we want it to do, okay? Step out just a little bit more so you got a little more tension pulling your elbow straight back. So as she starts to open her chest and the arm goes back, everything we want to have happen starts to happen. Go for it. So I want you to do about 4 or 5 more of those real slow. And if you watch here, one key thing, go ahead and do that again and go slow. You'll notice there's a tilt to the shoulder here, and as she's tilting, we want that elbow to be right in line with the shoulder. So we don't want the arm and elbow up here. That creates this motion. We want back here so we can rotate up to the ball and let everything rotate, get on top of the ball, follow through, and hit it hard. Okay? A couple more. Really pay attention to the feel of where that arm's going. And what I also want her to really feel is, as she does this, go ahead and do that and stop back here, is what does it feel like through her arm and chest and shoulder for this to really open up and stretch there? Okay? 2 more. Okay? We're going to add another band to this. And you'll notice we're going to put it really right below the wrist. We don't want it in the hand. We want the hand and wrist relaxed, because if we're hitting a hard ball, we want this thing to snap. We want everything to go up, elbow, forearm, and at the end, we want this thing to come snapping through. So we don't want to hold on to anything up here that's going to keep that from happening, okay? Step out just slow, just mild tension. Same thing you were doing. Go back into your draw and tilt. Okay? Step forward a little bit so there's tension on both of those. And feel what happens now as your chest opens, and go ahead and go up to your contact position. Stop. Nice. Again, just like that. Nice and slow. Get the feel of opening. A good draw and tilt. Open your chest. Nice. So we're going to do about 6 or 7 more of those slow. Now really focus once again on the feel of this opening up. Go slow back here. Let it open. Feel that stretch through your chest and shoulder. And now pretend you got Shaq up there. You're going to high-five him, get up, let that extend, and hold that position. Nice. About 3 or 4 more. On these last 2, I want you to pay attention to what you're feeling your body doing. Okay? So what do you feel, especially let's talk about the arm and chest. What do you feel when you're doing this?
I feel it really open, and then when I come through it helps pull my shoulders.
Okay, so you feel that stretch, you feel this part of your body working, okay?
Yeah.
And anything else as you step forward?
Along here helps pull through too.
Okay, so you feel your core, cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's unhook. Okay. And just for fun, do the same motion now, okay? Just like the band was pulling your arm back, do the same motion. Really reach up and extend, but open your chest. Two more, be really aware of feeling that open in your chest and shoulder. Okay, and relax, okay? So just for fun, if you'll make some little tosses for her, we're just going to have her hit into the net, no approach, so you can just stand up here, she'll throw you a little toss. Your job is to do the same thing you just did, okay? Same thing, we're not trying to hit it hard, we're just trying to make sure that you open up, draw and tilt, get that shoulder and chest going. So back here, watch me. Feel that drop back into here, not up here, right? Back here, and then go up and get it. Very nice. Again. Okay, elbow a little high on that one. Keep it lower. Nice. Step back about a step or so. One more, a little lower, elbow got a little high. We want that elbow to stay below your shoulder. Nice. Now, good pop on that ball, okay? So here's what I'm suggesting to you, okay? You've got to integrate this into practice. To ever get it into the game, you've got to get it into practice first. So what I'm going to suggest to you is, and the coach is, that you come 10 minutes before practice every day. You warm up your shoulder and core a little bit, and then you go through these drills, okay? That all you're doing is maybe doing 10, 20, 30 reps with two bands, one on here in the beginning, second one with here, and then go through the same progression. So you're starting to build that motor pattern into your body. Take it off, muscle memory building, going through the same movement, have somebody toss to you, maybe hit a couple sets of 10 balls, okay? And then coach, from your perspective, what we want to do is then to help her integrate it into practice is once she's done her drills, make sure you're reinforcing it. So if you're working on attacking or something where she's in the air not hitting a floater, but where we really want her to turn on a ball, it's the same thing. Reinforce anytime you see that elbow coming up in here in a preparation phase, remind her to turn back here and just start reinforcing it. Because as you know, it's really hard for her. She's coming in, she's thinking about 10 different things, and so we just need something at practice to reinforce it and to start building that motor pattern. Okay? Cool with that?
Cool.
All right, appreciate it. See you next time. Thank you.